to the action, and where the action is, there you see Shirley Hardman. And listen, we've got trouble for you. For those along our network who are just joining our telecast, we want to remind you that National Skating Derby is presenting Roller Game of the Week. Today's game in that dilly is the Los Angeles Thunderbirds and the Texas Outlaws. We're in the third skating period. The girls are on the track, and the score is 44 for the Outlaws, 23 for the Thunderbirds. I'm Dick Lane, along with Bill Hoppy at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. And the Thunderbirds lost 5 in a row and won Saturday night, last night at the Olympic Auditorium. But Shirley Hardman won all 4 of her match races against Tony Tagg. Tony Tagg congratulated her and said, "You are the master." Shook hands and left the track together, and the entire Thunderbird team, 7 of them as each who had been fired, came on the track, and you never heard an audience go crazy as they did last night. Tony Tagg made a big gal out of herself last night by showing what a good sport she is. She took a tremendous licking from Shirley Hardman. 4 match races, lost all 4 of them. Even little Sam Washington beat Quarles in his match race with a little help. Now the fans are yelling, "We want John Hall." And boy, they're telling Pound who they want. There goes Vega on one wheel. Tony Tagg up to steady her. Go! And she did. She got a $10 fine for interfering, too, up there. Sally Vega, the only jammer up. Coming on up. There's a hurdle for one, leapfrog for one. Same one. And she's in there now. Whoa! 4 T-Bird points. Timeout is called here. Timeout is called. Tony Tagg up here congratulating the girls. Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. Boy, look at this go. Hoppy. Hoppy, can you get down there?
Hey, they got a convert.
What's they talking about, Hoppy? Can you hear me? Get over there with a mic and see what they're saying.
Hey, you better believe that. You better believe that. Get that out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Leave him alone. You're not throwing anybody out of here. Listen, pal, you're getting to me. I'm about had it with you. You're like a Jekyll and Hyde out here. And I'm going to tell everybody what I know about you. Hoppy, listen. This is what happened. Let me tell you what he's all upset about. I had the match races with Shirley. She beat me fair. We're all 4. We had a deal, right? He won't live up to the deal. I'm not going to be a party to this. I gave my word, and he's going to honor that condition of that match race. He's not going to stop.
You're on the mic. You're on the mic. What you do is you're told. That's all you do is what you're told right now.
Listen, I don't have stand for abuse like this from you. I'll quit.
Quit. Nobody quit from me, Tony. If you read your contract, you think I'm a dummy?
What about my contract?
What do you think I'm out here right now for? Because of a contract. The T-Bird owners don't want me. All these people don't want me, but they got me. And you have too. My personal contract.
That's a T-Bird contract. Don't give me that stuff. I signed the skate for the T-Bird.
Who's the general manager of the T-Bird, sweetheart? Dave Bound. You know that?
Well, I won't. What can you do
I'll
for...
sue you for every cent you've got if you try it. Your mother and you both will be out in the street.
How can you be so rotten low, Dave Town? I don't know how you can stand yourself. You're about...
Are you still here?
You're about to...
Are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here. I'll be here for the rest of my life.
I'll sue her for everything she's got.
Listen, you go and try it, boy, because I quit.
What? You're just buddies with her now, right? For a night.
The only thing I can say is the woman is living up to her bargain. The deal was she would respect the T-Birds if I beat her. I beat her. She is living up to her bargain. You're not.
You bought her off, sister. I'm going to tell you something. You're such good buddies. You're such good buddies. You go downstairs and you tell her she better be up on this track at halftime or she's out of the house, she's out of clothes. She's done it. I'll sue her for $1 million that quick. I'll tell you that.
Hoppy, I'll tell you, I will go down and talk to Tony Tag. I don't. This guy is so damn nuts, I don't know what he's liable to do out here. I'll go down and talk to Tag myself.
Okay, Shirley. Dick, take it away.
What? That's all I got.
Well, quite an exchange of words.
He's going to go down and try to talk her out of it, so he threatens a lawsuit. He's got a personal contract with her, so Shirley's going to go down and find out what she can do about it. And we'll find out about that. We'll stay right on top of that one. Here we go. Pat Adams getting out there with number 3 is Jennifer Marshall. 17-point lead. And Pat Adams of the Outlaws goes away alone. Found screaming at them. He is furious. He said he's going to sue for $1 million. Well, he's got a contract, and it's a personal contract, not with the Thunderbirds. Tony Tag thought she had a contract to skate with the Thunderbirds. Oh, brother. 2 jammers. They've got 1. They've got 1 and 1 only. 1, he says, no score. Hoppy, did you see that development?
Did I see it? I wish, honest to speak, Dick. And, you know, that man is serious. He says he's going to sue her for $2 million if she doesn't get back here by halftime.
Well, surely get down there, try to straighten her out, because we've got to fight this thing instead of making a stupid play. If she makes another stupid play, it's no good.
Yeah, but Tony Tag is the most determined woman I have ever met in my life. You think Shirley is determined? I don't know whether Shirley could even talk.
Well, I hope she does, because this man is stupid enough to do anything. All right, go. A whip. Gets little Colleen Murrell out. And Steppy whipped the wrong girl. Steppy reached back to whip Carol Phillips, and she whipped Murrell instead. B.J. Peterson defending. Hit. Lynch defending now. The leading jammer is number 15 rather. Carol Flip Phillips. No score yet. Both jammers up to the rail and coming again. And they're still trying. Now the only jammer up is Colleen Murrell. 2 seconds ago. 1, and she made it. 4 good ones.
You know, Colleen has got a lot of friends all over the country. They really like her there in Minnesota, you know, that blonde hair of hers, where they watch us on Channel 6 in Duluth and Channel 10 in Rochester.
That's good country up in there. And these Thunderbirds are... Somebody going to find out about Shirley?
Well, I'm hoping to get Shirley, if she talks to Tag to come up here, if she ever comes back out.
Get a runner to get to her. All right, here we go. Steppy, number 16, getting out, and here comes Jennifer Marshall, and the horses get fly. They're both flying. 3 seconds ago, 2, 1, and the 12-minute period ends. And that ends the first skating period. And time is called. And as time is called, the official score gives me the nod. It's 44 for the Outlaws, 31 for the Thunderbirds. We'll be right back for the 4th period.
Come on in and sit down, Shirley.
Come on, Shirley, tell me. What about Tony Tag?
I've been down in the dressing room talking to her, Dick. Tony's upset. I don't blame Tony for quitting. I really don't. I find that this woman is a very fine woman. Dick, the deal was that if I beat her in the match races, she would then respect the Thunderbirds and myself. Now Dave is dead. His one friend that he had out there that he hired himself has turned against him. What is he? He's a madman. He's tried to corrupt Tony Tag. She is a decent woman. She's living up to her end. I talked to Tony. I want her back out there. We need her out there, Dick.
Heaven knows we do.
She can be of such a value to the team. Without that maniac out there, I don't know.
Well, do what you can, Shirley. Do you think you'll be able to see her at halftime?
Well, I talked to her. She said, Shirley, I'll think about it. She's down there. She's in a fit of terror right now. Dick, I'm going to go back and talk to her again. I don't know.
Do what you can, Shirley. Oh, man. We have trouble.
Well,
We want John Hall. That's the song.
special greetings to that lady watching us on Channel 3 and KBDO in Salem who wrote the letter asking about Shirley Hardman this week. She'll be happy to hear her.
Here we go, Sahagan getting out of there, this time with Dallas Everett. Everett hits to the left and then goes to the right. Leaves him. Tommy Cruz goes back to defend against big Dallas Everett. 54-31, a 23-point lead. Sahagan is railed. Big Tommy Cruz taking good care of Everett at the back of the pack. That's where the jammer is. 15 seconds to go in the 60-second jam period. And Pound is yelling at Cruz to block with his forearm, with his upper arm, not with his elbow. 3 seconds to go, that's all. And Pound is going to teach him a lesson how to block.
What's Pound want the Thunderbirds to do? Lose?
Oh.
He doesn't protest anything the Outlaws do, but anything the Thunderbirds do. They're calling for John Hall. They want Pound out of there. Incidentally, these teams are playing Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. And you can get your tickets at the Olympic Auditorium box office or at the Los Angeles Sports Arena box office or your Ticketron location. And to get to the Los Angeles Sports Arena, it's just off the Harbor Freeway at the corner of Figueroa and Santa Barbara Street, right next to the Los Angeles Coliseum.
And that's the place to be on Saturday night. Wherever the game is played, get your tickets and sit on the edge of your seat along with the thousands and thousands of people who do it all over the world.
Tony Tagg hasn't made an appearance yet, Dick.
Washington.
Shirley just left to go back and try and talk to her.
I hope he does. Two of the Thunder Babies calling for help, and Cruz comes back to help. Washington, number 4, Sahagan, number 3, and big Tommy Cruz goes up to break up the defenses, and break them up he does. That's 4. Up to Jenkins for 6, 8. They've got the big bear in front of him, and he takes care of him. He got 10, and there goes some more. They got Everett in front of him. 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. What do they get? Look out there. He dumps him over the rail. 12 T-Bird points.
Well, that's the spirit of these Thunder Babes. You know, they are coming back, just as you said they would, Dick. They're closing that gap.
You know, I've said it so many times that it seems trite to say it again, but Shirley has done a magnificent job with this team under the most adverse circumstances, with John Hall out of the way and this elephant on her back. Not a monkey, an elephant on her back all through these past weeks.
Pound looking at his watch out there. Keeps looking at his watch.
Here we go, the little man from Tokyo. Mickey Tornado. Nobody there. He's submarine under him, and he's got racing room. He's got 4. He's got 5. And he's up and hit the upright. Oh, that was a hurt. Oh, he hit him hard on the uprail, just as the gun sounded to end the half. Little Mickey Tornado went up against that upright. That's a vicious fall. He picked up 5, 6 big ones. And the time is called at the end of the first half. 4 periods of play in the score. 54 for the Outlaws. 48 for the Thunderbirds. And we got a man hurt. Stay where you are. We'll be back for interviews and find out about Mickey. He's up and on his feet. He's all right.
I want to talk to Dave Pound here and find out. Well, Dave, it doesn't look like you're going to have a girl. It looks like Tony Tagg has quit on you.
About?
Tony
What are you talking about? Yes, what?
She hasn't arrived.
So, she hasn't arrived, then I'll sue her for
How much time does she have?
She's got to be here now. She's here now. She knew I wasn't kidding. You're very lucky, Miss Tagg. You're very lucky. Get over here so you can hear what I'm saying.
I can't believe you turned into such a low person, Dave. You would pull a trick like that on me. I came out here, I thought I was signing a contract for the T-Bird team. Now I find out it's a personal contract to you. That's really low. You lied to me. You said it was for the T-Birds, and I was supposed to skate. You're really a low-down man. You're an evil person, Dave. Really evil.
Don't tell me. It's not my fault you can't read that, Tony. Don't insult me in front of my fans. You know, just because you've got a big audience here, there's millions of them out there watching. Don't try to put me down and put me in a bad light and call me those kind of names. No way.
Listen, I may not be able to quit, but that doesn't mean I have to make life easy for you out here, Pound. With all the things that you've been doing out here and what I found out about you, you better just watch your step. That's all I have to say, Buster.
Don't be saying nothing out here, Tony. Don't be saying nothing out here.
You just watch yourself then if you don't want me to say anything. That's all. I'm warning you, Pound.
Don't warning me. Don't warn
me.
Don't warn me.
Listen, I'll do anything I want out here if you keep pushing the people
Listen,
around.
your big fat mouth, sister. You just watch what you're doing now. I wish you were a man, Tony. If you were a woman, you'd have your race. You'd have a race with me. You know that?
You would race me. You would challenge me. Huh?
Of course I would. Certainly I would.
Well, go ahead. You're the big man. You're the big mouth out here. Go ahead, challenge me. See what I do about it.
You got it.
Good. One condition is for my contract.
No way. No way, Steve. No. No way.
Oh, yeah. You challenge the law of the roller games here. You challenge, I make the condition. It's for my contract. And when I skate you this week and I beat you, I'm going to tell everybody what I know about you, about those little meetings you had, the lunches with quarrels, and the dollar. You get crushed, boy. You've had it.
All right. I was half kidding about that match race. You get 4 of them. You get 4 of them. Beat me one of them. You can have that. You can have that contract and do whatever you want with it. But you're not going to open your mouth. Not any of those races. The first race, you're done. You want to talk to anybody.
Tony Tag.
Listen, I am. I'm afraid of you. You're a maniac out here, but I'll win because justice is on my side. I will win. I'll beat you in all the races. Don't you worry about that.
You're just trying to humiliate me. It's going to work.
Tony Tag, what is some of this information that you picked up at these about these lunches
Well, I'll
that
tell
he
you,
had?
Just shut up. Just shut up. No more. You want your contract? You got that chance. No way.
Okay. I can't say anything now, but you wait. I'll go race you, I'm going to beat you, and then I'll be able to tell everything, boy, Pound. You just pushed the wrong person. You pushed the wrong person. That's all I have to say out here.
Well, Tony Tag, everybody is going to be backing you in these races, believe
Push
me.
me any further.
Listen,
I'll tell them right now you do.
Listen, I'm a little speechless because I can't believe you're making up these kind of things. But after the first race, it's over. I'm going to shut that big mouth once and for all, Tag. That's it. Boom.
Don't worry about that, Pound.
Okay. Will Tony Tag be able to tell all she knows about Dave Pound? Well, if you know Tony Tag, she will tell. Now, here's how you can see these match races that she's battling for her contract and the right to tell to get rid of Pound. That starts Wednesday night at San Diego Sports Arena. Call 224-4176. Thursday night, Bakersfield at Swing Auditorium in San Bernardino. That's Thursday at Swing in San Bernardino. Call Turner 40288. Friday night at Bakersfield Civic Auditorium. Call 327-75559. And Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Remember the number, Richmond 95171. Pick up your tickets tomorrow at the Roller Game Box Office, the Olympic Auditorium, or at the Los Angeles Sports Arena Box Office, or at any Ticketron location. To find your Ticketron location, call 878-2211. And remember, next Tuesday at the Olympic Auditorium, we have our Ladies' Night doubleheader. Call Richmond 95171. We'll be back for a matinee next Sunday.
Well, we're back into the second half, and something is missing. The composure of Mr. Dave Pound. Tony Tag almost let the cat out of the bag, a whole flock of cats. She mentioned something very quietly about meetings and luncheons with Quarles and Ronnie Raines and Leroy Gunn. Ah, brother, would I love to hear that.
She's got match races with him, and if she wins, she's going for her contract, and she will blab it all, she says. Ho-ho! This girl, number 15, Carol Phillips, threw her helmet away. She sacrificed her right to score. She's holding. The girl is down for no score. So Carol Phillips is not a jammer. She threw her helmet away deliberately. Going for more. The jam is still on. But let's see if they honor it. She threw her helmet away, and if she does, that means she sacrifices her right to score. Four they gave her, and she threw her helmet away. The referee didn't see her do it. We saw it. Tony Tag goes up there to take care of her Thunderbirds. She is a Thunderbird right now, but her contract is with Dave Pound. Look out. Oh, come on. B.J. Peterson kicking. And Terry Lynch gives it to him, too. He says, go ahead, skate, woman. Boy, he shouts at those people. Boy, do I want to hear some more from Tony Tag. I'd like to take her to lunch myself and find out. Believe me, I wouldn't keep it mum. Oh, here we go. Vicky Steppy, number 16, and number 3, Jennifer Marshall. 58-48, a 10-point lead. The Thunderbirds were trailing by 23 at one time in the first half. Look at Marshall. Jennifer, check her out. You'll find Phillips and Peterson at the back of the pack. Carol Phillips, a fashion model in her time off, which is very rarely. She doesn't have much time off. But a very shapely, very handsome young gal. And she's going to work on that kid. Ah, come on. Jennifer Marshall. And Tony Tag gets up there to chase him out. Now Dave Pound says, what are you doing? Get off the track. Hoppy, I have never had anything so intrigue me. I want to get Tony Tag to lunch myself.
I would too. I wonder what she has and what she heard. I hope we could get Tony Tag up here. Maybe we can get something out of her.
Somebody send out, get Tony out here. Maybe we can squeeze it out of her up here. We'll woo her.
Can you imagine Tony Tag? And you know, she's a big girl. I don't know why she's a lady. I wouldn't want to say how much I think she weighs, and she is solid as a rock.
And in perfect condition.
Perfect condition.
Shirley Hardman said, I've never had a match race as tough as that.
Tony Tag!
Here comes Tony. Let's see if we can get her up here.
She's coming. She saw me waving at her.
Oh, boy, would I like to know what happened at those luncheons. She mentioned
Tony Tag, come on in and sit down right here in the middle here. Dick.
Tony. All right, come on, Tony. It's just you and me and a few thousand people out there. What can you tell us about this man?
Dick, I'm sorry. I've got my hands tied. Right now, I can't say anything. First, I have to win my contract back. I have to win a race, and I get my contract back, then I can tell everybody everything. And I'll tell them, if I beat him, wherever it is, but any of those buildings that we skate in, I'll get on the microphone and tell every fan there what I know about Dave Pound. He can't get away with the stuff that he's pulling out here. I can stop him.
I heard you mention the name of Ronnie Raines, Quarles, and Leroy Gonzalez. Would you give me a little inkling?
I just discovered the information last week. I just can't say anything more. I'd love to tell you and Hoppy, but I just can't. You know I can't. If I do, I'm in trouble. I've got to win the race first, and then I'll tell you, I'll tell the T-Birds, I'll tell the owners, I'll tell the commission, I'll tell everybody what he's done and the meetings and everything that's going on in those meetings.
Wow! That I gotta hear. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. Oh, brother. And look at this guy. Look at Pound. He saw her up here.
Yeah, he told her to come down.
Get out of there. Boy, is he screaming.
Oh, he's really
I hope they're not picking that up.
Now he wonders what she told us up here, Jack.
Oh, it'll bother him the rest of his life.
But she didn't tell us anything. All she did is said that she knew something and plenty.
And she said she discovered it last week.
Oh, brother. Now she's got to win those races. We've got a little gal, Gail Bowers, coming up against Carol Phillips. Now you see what I mean. Here's the fashion model, Carol Flip Phillips. And she's just as rough as she is attractive. Brother, that Tony Tag has got her, he's got her mind on somebody, and Pound has got his mind on her. Now she wants B.J. Peterson. Now, for those along our network who are just joining our telecast, we want to remind you that National Skating Derby is presenting Roller Game of the Week. Today's game, the Los Angeles Thunderbirds and the Texas Outlaws. We're in the 5th skating period of the game. The girls are on the track, and the score is 58 for the Outlaws. 52 for the Thunderbirds. I'm Dick Kling along with Bill Hoppy Haupt, and we're at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles.
With probably the wildest news we've ever given you for those that are the late tuners in. Shirley Hardman defeated Tony Tag in 4-match races, and Tony Tag has just challenged Dave Pound to 4-match races this week for her contract.
She has a personal contract with Pound, and she says she wants to get out of that so she can tell what she knows about this man. She claims some clandestine meetings between Pound, Quarles, Raines, and Gonzalez, coaches of the visiting teams, and she says, I could crucify him with what I can tell, but she says, can't tell it until she can beat this man.
This could be the information that John Hall and the Thunderbirds need to break that contract.
Boy, would that be the day. Steffi plowing her way through. Lynch got her. Lynch cuts her up to the rail and bounces her off. And now, Dave Pound shouting, oh! And she threw the helmet at Pound. Threw the helmet at her. Well, we got disharmony here. Wednesday night at the Sports Arena in San Diego. Tony Tag and
you know, the thing that we want everybody to know is that Tony, the first match race she wins, if she wins on Wednesday night, and she's still going to have 4 races, she'll tell everything at the big Long Beach arena down there. Oh, she'll go to the mic and tell it all. She says for the world.
Was that Wednesday night?
Yes, Wednesday night. And if she wins, if she should not win on Wednesday, on Thursday, she'll tell it all the time. No matter where she wins, she'll tell it all. And if she has to wait till Saturday, she'll tell it all at the Los Angeles Sports Arena.
Oh, brother, what a night. You'll be at the San Diego Arena on Wednesday night.
Yes, Wednesday night.
It could happen there.
It certainly could. Be there, too. Don't have to...
Let's count. There she goes. Tony Tag taking good care of the Outlaw girls. And there's Terry Lynch in there. And Dave Pound trying to take the gal out of play.
She's gone after Flip Phillips and...
$10 fine on Tag for interfering with the Thunderbirds. Scoring.
I'll tell you, Tag knows something. Believe me.
Oh, and doesn't Pound know it?
Yeah. And he's on thin ice, man. He knows it. You know, somebody had taken some of the veneer off of him.
Let me get this straight. The first match race she wins, she's going to blab?
She's going to blab it, and you'll hear it all the way back at WFLD channel.
Well, that first one happened
32 in Chicago.
That first one happened Wednesday night at the arena in San Diego. Could happen there, or Thursday night in San Bernardino at the Swing Auditorium, or in Bakersfield Friday, or Saturday night at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles.
Or she could tell it at all 4 places after Wednesday night.
That I'd like.
She'll repeat the story, believe me.
That I would love. Here we go. B.J. Peterson and Sally Vega. Look at these beautiful skaters. And Tony Tag interfered and got a $10 fine. Sally Vega up to Flip Phillips. Phillips, even though she's skating in a tremendously vigorous game, still wears a bead, a necklace, a choker. There we go, Steffi and Vega. This is a race for the 5th point in this But the period ended before she got it. They got 4. And that snugged it up.
That's the Thunderbirds for you. Look at they've come back almost to tie the game, Dick.
63 to 61. Let's official now. There it is, 63 to 61. So hang right in there with us. The period ends. We'll be back for the next one in a moment. Second skating period in this half. And it has been a doozy. Boy, have we got news coming up. If that gal can win a race from Pound, and I'll guarantee you she'll do one.
Well, she's a great, great skater. She has more experience than Pound, you know, and she's strong. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she beat him with 4 races, Dick.
I'd like to see her do it. Boy, I'd like to hear from John. Here's the little man. He hot-tricked him and took him out. That's the little bulldog. Kenny Bryan. He comes up against the bear. All Rupert. Rupert doesn't wait. Goes right to the head. Cups his ears. Hits with the forearm across the head, and again. Takes his helmet off. Goes with one hand. Don't lock your hands, Rupert. You're in trouble. Up and over. Ah, come on, Rupert. Here comes Big John, and you better run for the hills, Rupert. Which he does. Big John and Cruz were after him, but Pound chases them away.
And Big John just has to raise his...
He ought to put on an outlaw uniform.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I'd like to know what was discussed at those luncheons.
We haven't seen quarrels today at all since Sam Washington beat him unmercifully.
That's Sam Washington. That was something. They claimed that Sam had help in that match race from the Thunderbirds. Well, the audience here said, so what? Quarrels have helped people in so many races you can't even count them. Oh, Pound busy, too.
A little man lost his helmet. That's Luther Matthews. He lost it accidentally. He didn't throw it. He's got... Rodriguez takes him out, and they're on their way, going for 10. They're in front by 2, 63 to 61. The Thunderbirds were trailing by 23 at one time. Cruz defending. He's got big arms, this fellow. Tremendous. Weighs 217, but that's Rupert picking him out of the pack. They score 1, 2. They're picking them off now. They got 1,000,000. But Ralphie Valadares is up in front. He pushes up to the rails. Rodriguez goes high and out. 12 big ones for the Outlaws, and they jump out in front 75 to 61.
Well, I don't think that the Outlaws have any fans in Kansas City. I know that Big John does, where they watch us on Channel 41 on KBMA in Kansas City, Missouri. Not far from Independence, is it?
No, that's right handy by. I love that Chase Hotel.
They love
many years.
Johnny Cruz back there, and
then
he comes from Kentucky.
Yes, sir. He's from Kentucky, back in the hills.
Waycliffe, Kentucky.
All right, getting away first is the Roadrunner, Jimmy Torigno. This is a champion speed skater on flat rink. And look at him wind it up. Look at him go. Beep, 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 beep. That's the Roadrunner coming up against the Bear. Rupert hits chops him. It'll break your collarbone, that big ox. He hits with the left. That pivot block has been outlawed for years. Goes into the close, low in the middle. Goes to the head with a knee lift. Pulls the head down and then throws the knee into it. That's not a leg block. In the hair, look out now. Up and over again. He's dumping him out of it. Valadares comes up and misses him. Cruz misses him. Time is called here. Doc Engstrom hurrying down to see what he can do about it. Big John is down. Rupert is knocking everybody down. Big John wants him, and he's stopped by Pound.
Tony Tag is coming down to get into that.
Timeout is called here. Tony Tagg there. The score 75 for the Outlaws, 61 for the T-Birds. We'll be back in a minute. Serigno's all right down here. He's all right. Doc Ainstrom got to him.
And Tony Tagg, we missed it on the score there, went up to Pound, and she gave him a look and said, what the heck are you trying to do out here?
Well, she'll show him what to do. I would not like the match racer.
Well, I wouldn't, I'll tell you that.
All right, we're set. The jammers are indicated.
Don't forget to get those tickets at your Ticketron locations. And what's that number, Dick, for Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena?
878-2211. That's the Ticketron number. Find out the one in your location. Here we go. Serigno is taken out. And Rodriguez, number 11, the only jammer up for the Outlaws. Pound has been benching people. He benched little Luther Matthews. He fired him before. Ooh, that big fella's ugly. He smacked again. He butchered him with that big right arm. And again he goes to the head. So here comes Cruz. He says, over you go, sonny boy. Ooh, if he'd have kicked him, he'd have broken his head. And Pound comes up to take him out. And he benches him. He benches. Oh, come on.
What's he doing?
He's gonna throw him out.
Tagg is up there, confronting him. I wonder what that information is that she has on him now after you see him pull a trick like that.
I'll give a month's pay to find out.
A luncheon with quarrels, and she says she's gonna tell.
I may not have to wait any longer than Wednesday night at the San Diego Arena to find out.
She said she'll tell the first building that she beats Pound in. And then she said she'll tell it in all the other buildings then, too.
Brother. Off the rail, everybody, and away we go. This time it's little Luther Matthews with the helmet, number 5, and number 3, Sahagan. But the Outlaws get their jammer out first. Number 15, Ralph Jenkins, and Rodriguez goes with him. Here's little Luther Matthews, number 5, the little man. He's the littlest baby. He lost his helmet accidentally. It fits him like a tub on his head. He comes up against the bear. And the bear hits. Little Luther Matthews takes an elbow and a block. Big John back to run the block for his little pal. Big John says, I'll take you through all the way, sonny. Come with me. Hang on, kid. Here we go. He sends him up there for one. And he's hauled it. Rupert tries it again. Rupert's got him with a jersey. He's up. He didn't go off the track. Same one. He just got one. And Rupert tackles him from the back. Here's Big John to take him off. And Pound gets in there to pull John off. The wrong man. Ralphie Bella there screaming at him. What are you doing to us? Oh, man. I will bless the day we see that fella going down the road all by himself.
I don't know. Well, this could be it. This could be the information that Tony Tagg has collected. And she promises to reveal this. This is what the T-Bird owners could be looking for, what John Hall could be looking for, Dick.
It could happen, and I hope it will. I'll guarantee that. And again. There we go. They got him off balance on one wheel. Stay on your feet, kid. You may get a draw. Oh, sit it out, friend.
Make those reservations now. There is a little break in the lines here for Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. But be sure and pick up those tickets. We want you to call, but they don't hold them forever, you know.
Not only that, pick up those tickets early and have them in your hand. Don't stand in line for anybody. And believe me, there'll be lines. Biggest line probably you'll ever see. Sam the Man gets up to Big John. Big John and the Roadrunners set a whip for him, and away he goes, and they stop the opposing jammers. And Sam Washington is on his way. Did he give Quarles a working over Tuesday night? And Rupert goes back to hit him. Rupert again. Tremendous defense man, but he's rough. He's hung out there. He got hit in the head. Got hit across the face. Ralphie Belladere says, come on, Sonny. There's a key block, and he's in for... No, he was tripped. He got 5, and look at Pound. The man scores 5 for his team, and he's abusing him. 8 seconds to go here. 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. The period ends, and Pound benches Sam Washington. And as timeout is called, the score is 75 for the Outlaws, 67 for the Thunderbirds. We'll be right back. As is our custom during these television bouts, after this period, we always have an interview. And Hoppy is making his way down there, and we're going to find out, and maybe Tony Tagg will give us some information. But Pound has been jawing away at Sam Washington. He says, stay on the track. If you're going to skate for me, you're going to skate right. You could hear him screaming and yelling. Sam Washington, who really drubbed Quarles here Tuesday night. He had some help from his teammates, but that Quarles had been guilty of a lot of help for years. He has been throwing that briefcase around, and little Sam Washington threw the briefcase at him and the whole book. Dave Pound says, get up on that track and I'll show you what I'm talking about. He's going to give him a lesson now. Time is out here for the interview period, and Hoppy's in the infield.
Stand right here. I had a phone call from Lester. I don't know if you folks were here. I know a lot of you were. Tuesday night, this man hurt Lester very badly. It wasn't him. It was from the interference from the whole Thunderbird team. So on his behalf, I'm telling you, you got a match race with him next Tuesday night, or you're going to be out. I'm going to start all over again, start firing at the beginning. You're first.
Why should I accept when I already beat the man? No, I won't.
You beat him.
Why should
The
not?
team helped you beat him.
No one helped me out here.
You're not going to argue with me. You're racing him. You understand? You've got the race. It's done.
You mean he has to have a rematch?
Exactly. And Lester, in case you're watching, to make it up to you, there's not going to be no T-Birds in the infield but me. No T-Birds in the infield.
What do you mean, no T-Birds in the infield? What about the Outlaws?
The Outlaws didn't interfere in that race. The T-Birds did.
So he's going to race out here with no T-Birds in the infield, but the other T-Birds.
Exactly.
Don't do it, Sammy. He's not racing. Don't do it.
I'll accept it.
No, Sammy, no.
That's right. I'm not scared to go down whoever they talk Lester Quarles in his fancy clothes. No, I'll accept it. What?
Wonderful, that's all. You better win it or you're out. Period.
Sorry, I accept it. I'll beat him just like I did before. But I'm not scared of him just like you, Dave Pound.
Sam.
That's something going anyway.
Sammy, everybody hopes and knows you will.
I've heard you are the rottenest thing I've ever seen in my life, Dave Pound. You are pure rotten. But I'll just love to see Tony Tagg win one race out of you, because I know Tony is a very good woman. She won't tell anybody what she knows because she's contracted to you. But once that contract's broken, you're gonna go.
You know who you're talking to? Come back here, Miss Hardman. Come back here. Have you
Don't
forgotten?
tell me what to do. You don't own me.
Who's the general manager?
I'm with the
Who's the general
Thunderbirds.
manager,
Don't
sweetheart?
talk to Shirley like that, Dave. Will you just shut up for once? You always have to open your mouth. Leave Shirley alone. Why don't you just handle your team in a normal, nice way, huh? And get the most out of them. You said you would do it.
I'm tired of talking to you women. Both of you, shut up. Now I'm going to turn my attention to something else. As long as I got to start all over again since you went and counted out on me and let this woman beat you. John Hall, if you're watching, don't come around. Don't come into any building I'm in, because I'm going to do to her this Saturday what I'm going to do to you the next time I see you. And both of you. And after this week, you're through. I'm going to shut your big mouth
Don't
once.
you keep abusing us out here. I'll tell them now. I don't care what you do to me then. You just stop it right now.
fine. You had your contract. The first race is over, Miss Tag. And it's the last I'm going to say anything more to you.
Tag, you've got the T-Bird behind you.
I love you, Steve. It's my turn. And then you're going to be next. I'm going to start from the very beginning. I'm all alone again. These people hate me. So do you, Mike. I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
Well, I don't want to hear from Pound. All I want to do is see Tony Tag take care of Dave Pound, and then she'll tell all she knows. And believe me, she has plenty to tell from what I understand. That starts Wednesday night at San Diego Sports Arena. Call 224-4176, 224-176. Thursday night at Swing Auditorium in San Bernardino, Turner 40288. Turner 40288. Friday at Bakersfield Civic Auditorium, call 3277559. And Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Call it now and ring at Richmond 95171. And be sure and pick up those tickets starting tomorrow at the roller game box office, the Olympic Auditorium, at the Los Angeles Sports Arena box office, or your nearest Ticketron location. To find those locations, call now 878-2211. 878-2211. Now, next Tuesday night at the Olympic Auditorium, Lester Quarles will battle Sam Washington in a rematch with the infield cleared of Thunderbirds. Boys and girls, ladies half price and all reserve seats. Call Richmond 95171. And next Sunday, we start all over again with Steve Parker's Northern Hawks for $2.45 doubleheader. All fees $2 adults, $1 for children. Students, we'll see you there. Back to the action in the seventh period, and the girls are on the track, and away we go from a standing start. We want John Hall. We want John Hall after he put that onslaught against John Hall.
But did you hear the remark he made about John Hall? I wonder what John Hall would have said if he'd heard that. Hey, Hoppy. You know something? John Hall, I know they've got a day off today, no game today. John must be home, so why don't you get on the phone, see if you can get him in Cleveland.
Back in Cleveland,
Ohio.
Say, and I'll tell him what was said today.
Get him on the phone and get him
I'll be back.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, right in the office. Oh, brother. I hope he's home. I know there's no game today in Cleveland. But John must be at least in his apartment. They picked up a wrap up in that time. 85-67 is the score now. A big lead. 18 points. These Thunderbirds have had elephants hung on their backs. But the spirit has never been daunted. They just go. And again, this time, number 7 getting away. That's Yoko Sasaki. And number 13 breaking with her is that tough little gal, Joe Wolfgang. Joe Wolfgang and Yoko, little gal from Tokyo. Yoko, good little defense girl, blocks and takes her and goes on into scoring position. Jennifer Marshall goes up to take care of the secondary jammer. And here's B.J. Peterson defending against Yoko. She goes right to the head. Why do they do that? The block is from the elbow to the shoulder. Look at her slap at the face with an open hand. Here's Cliff Phillips. Belts with a right hand and knocks her down. And a broad shot. No score. And a $10 fine on B.J. Peterson for that one. Little Yoko was down. And big gal Phillips broad jumped her. And now Tony Tagg wants some Peterson. Come here, she yells. Stand like a woman and fight. Off the rail, everybody, says referee Saunders and Lopez. Yoko goes to the desk, to the bench for Doc Engstrom. She's all right. She's shaken up. I wonder if Hoppy's on the phone down there. I hope he gets John Hall, because, brother, if he tells John Hall what this man Pound said today, oh, brother, it'll burn up the wires. They got too many people on that track, including Pound. The jammers are number 9, Gail Bowers, and number 16,
Steppy. I think they'll have to give her one. I think she scored on Peterson. There's a sit-out. Both jammers down, and the 3-second recovery rule is on. If they can recover within 3 seconds, they can continue to jam. That's been a good rule. Seconds ticking off now. B.J. Peterson defending. And her own jammer taken out. 4 for the Thunderbirds. They say 5. B.J. Peterson was passed before the jam began. He was delaying the game and got a $10 fine. Peterson mauling away at Bowers, and there's a kick to the middle section. And another one from Phillips. And Tony Tagg wants revenge. She has no skates on, and she can run, and she almost got her, knocked her down, but that didn't do it. Dave Pound goes up there again, and he's on his back. Good for you, Tony. The referees get sent to Pound, and they hold him up. Pound still wants Tagg. Well, he won't have to wait. Wednesday night at the San Diego Arena, brother, he can have it. And if she can beat him one race, and it could happen right there in San Diego, she kicks him. Timeout is called. Timeout called by the Outlaws with a score 85 for the Outlaws, 72 for the Thunderbirds. We got one going. Let's not miss it.
Proud to be a Thunderbird fan as I am. You want to tell the whole world about it. And the easiest way is with the brand new official red, white, and blue T-Bird decals. There are 3 different Go T-Bird decals, and you can put them on your windshield, your bicycle, your notebook, or purse. To get 2 sets of 3, that's 6 decals. Just drop a $1 bill in an envelope and mail it to Decals. That's box 2330, Hollywood 90028. Do it right now while they last.
After the action, out of the huddle, everybody, says referee Saunders. That urgent whistle says, go, get on there. There's no rest for the weary here. The Thunderbirds trailing by 13. We're in the 3rd skating period of the second half, the 7th in the game. Skated in 8th period. Joanne Lamastus, number 5, getting away first for the Thunderbirds. And where there goes little Lupe Esquera, and rails her. Hoppy, come here. Did you get him?
Did I get him, Dick?
What happened?
Let me get my breath here for 1 second here. Oh, Dick. I talked to John Hall in Cleveland. I told him that everything that's been going on here today, last week, everything, told him the insults and threats when Pound said, don't you dare ever step a foot on a track in any area of Southern California. John Hall said, this is too much. This man has cooked his own goose. I told him that Tony Tagg had some information they might be able to use to break the contract. He said, I know she'll be tagged, and she will have that evidence. And he said, furthermore, he says, I'll be there Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena.
Hooray!
Beach tag.
Hooray!
I think they've announced it all. No, they didn't announce it, but I haven't had a chance to give them the information here.
Alive.
And he says, I'll be there Saturday night at the Sports Arena and Sunday here at the Olympic Auditorium. And he says, with a special surprise for Mr. Pound. A special surprise for Pound.
Hoppy, that's the best money you ever spent on that telephone call.
I'll be there Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Get those reservations in. Don't miss this one.
I'll buy a ticket for that one. I guarantee I will. Colleen Muro getting out there with Pat Adams for the Outlaws. Look. Colleen Muro. Oh, she went over hard, but she hurries back on the track, so she's not scored on. Lynch defending. Pat Adams. Good little skater, that gal. Coming on up to her captain, B.J. Peterson. Peterson says, come on, I'll handle it. John Hall will be at the Sports Arena on this Saturday night. Lynch let her get a score to get in front of her. He got one. And Pound,
Your days may be numbered. Paul says I have a special surprise.
I should have bought a ticket, Hoppy. I should have bought a ticket for this.
Well, I'm telling you, they better pick up their tickets. Remember, the Olympic roller game box office, the Olympic is open tomorrow for the Los Angeles Sports Arena on Saturday, as is the Los Angeles Sports Arena box office at your Ticketron location. Everywhere, get those tickets for Saturday night.
I want to be at every one of these. Oh, that was just the price of admission alone to see that Tony Tag nail him. The jam whistle blows. Break it first is Terry Lynch. She gets up to 3 of her teammates in front of her. They set a whip, send it up there, and she's going out after 2 along with Sally Vega. Vega and Lynch up there against Peterson and Phillips. There's the top salary. How do you like to pay their salary? That's the payroll out there on the track right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking, you want to see close to $100,000? There they are. Boy, they're mauling. They're not scoring, but they're mauling into the infield.